today's thoughts on reading. So I might as well, I'm studying stuff, and so I'm going to tell you what I'm taking from this. So from the Battle of Jena, this is about different wars, different militaries, different ways of attacking, executing. And so it's how Napoleon went out and beat the Prussia army. They were rigid in their way of thinking. They were thinking from the past. Where are you thinking from the past that you need to be actually step out of the past war, the battles of success or failure? Maybe your successes are your biggest losses because you're staying within there. You're going to reapply those strategies. It's time to come to the new and be like water and have no perceived strategy and just attack and confuse the enemy. What is the enemy? In this case, it's the new way of being. It's the new way of thinking, right? And so the Battle of Jena, J-A-N-A, right? That was won. J-E-N-A. Actually, Napoleon won it because his soldiers were like fluid. The others were rigid to the past with old generals. They weren't willing to adapt to new ways. And it goes on to talk about then, there's a book of the Five Rings. It was a samurai, Musashi, I think is how you say it. Maybe not, but hey, that the Book of Five Rings. Get it, right? Or better still, just get this. You'll read about everything about it. But anyway, this guy became to be the best samurai. Why? Because he used his opponents against them, their best weaponry. He came, he confused them, he dazzled them, he showed up early, he showed up late, he showed up really laid back and apparently disrespected to the irate. He used what they had, the leverage that they had through their successes and staying rigid within their successes of the past and gloating on it against them. He used that against them. And so be childlike in your ways, right? And be willing to adapt the new. I took a little note here as well. You will quickly forget the past when you create excitement in the present, right? You live in the present moment and just give everything in the present moment from the life that you want. Live from the life that you want. It includes that you have to let go, see your successes as failures, which is what another ruler done. He's seen all of his successes as a failure. And that's got to demand you to re-strategize and think anew, to adapt and evolve to new ways, because life is constantly growing. There's always a bigger enemy, there's always a bigger hurdle, there's always a new way, an involved way to be thinking. Like I always say, there's always a bigger, better, brighter and bolder way of living, of executing, of strategizing, and attention to the detail in the present is required. And so where do we need to be attentive to the detail in the present? Being, right? Be where you are. Be where your feet are. And keep the mind moving. It's essential. Like, just remember, cast your mind back to being a child. You were excited about things. There was new things to evolve on. So whenever you fell and grazed, your knee fell off the bike, you get back up and done it again, because all you were caring about was, I want to ride this bike. I want to do this. I want to do this. It was all about the experience of what you really wanted. You get adulted, right? And you get regimented into past thinkings, past mistakes, other people's past thinkings and mistakes that they indoctrinated you with to keep you bound and to stop you growing and evolving. And so learn, become more, be more, have more, and you can be all that you want in this life as long as you remain childlike. Adapt, be willing to be wrong, be willing to let go of the old strategies that you did win by, to create the new, to evolve. Be willing to see that we're wrong, because to know, you might know something, but to know and not to have, or to know and not to do is not to know. Right? So the knowing, take the knowing into action and actually learn from it through your trials and errors and tribulations, or even better still, get a mentor that will help you close the gap of that. But only once you take action and have it, then you truly have the knowledge, because really knowledge, if you look at King Solomon, God asked him, what is it that you want? Now, he didn't say riches, he didn't say women, he didn't say kingdoms and empires. He said the wisdom. And with the wisdom came the money, came the empires, came everything that he wanted. Really, that was back off what he wanted. They wanted the wisdom. Seek the wisdom, seek the knowledge, seek the understanding, seek the awareness. And with all that comes the stuff. But you need to apply it. Just don't be rigid on all the old stuff. Be willing to learn the new, to bring yourself to the present, to let go of the past, everything of the past, to evolve into the new. Relationships can't thrive if they keep arguing and bickering over past deeds, past things done, past things, whatever, right? It goes stale, and then it's a stalemate in chess and nobody wins, right? And so you're not actually looking for a winner, you're looking for resolve, you're looking for success, and so that is resolve, that is harmony. And so whatever it is that you want in life, no matter what it is, what does that demand me to be? Who does that demand me to be? What does that demand me to do? What does that demand of me? Because your free will is only there to choose that thing. After you've chosen that thing, it no longer belongs to you. All right? And so that is it. Be willing to learn the new. Be willing to let go of what was. Be willing to align with others that may be more fierce, more dominant, more aggressive in the approach that might upset your way of thinking just now. But realise if you've not got what you want, then your way is not working. Their way could work. Their way could work. Potentially could work because they're not thinking like you. You don't want them to think like you do. You don't want them to be like you. You don't want them to please you. You don't want yes people round about you. You want people that are there to challenge, that will therefore grow and evolve and expand your thinking, your awareness, and bring your results that you want. So what is the results that you want? Do you want harmony? Because to want peace is to prepare for war. Prepare for war on your mind, what you thought you knew, what you think you know, and letting go of that. Let go of the fragile ego and step into what is. Listen, you might have a title in life. Let's say you've got a job, you've got a title as a manager or something else. And people must respect me. No. See, you've got it wrong, right? And so you're just another employee with a label. Somebody gave you a label. You must earn that. You must earn the respect of your team. You can't go in and say, this is my label, you must respect me. That doesn't go down. I've been to a place recently where the individuals operated like this. And nobody respects the other individual, but it's, I'm the manager. I'm sorry, but who gives a fuck about your I'm the manager? No, you are such and such a name. Harmonise with everybody on their level. Have them see a bigger, better, brighter, and bolder way. If it's not getting done, they don't respect you. You're not articulating it right, so they can not just hear, but hear and understand, so they can apply it. You're making people wrong. When people are wrong, they're defensive, and you have no team. You've created this order by, they should respect me because I have a title. You need to earn your title in life. You can't be given it. Anything that is given is not earned and therefore not respected. Earn respect. If you want respect, you must respect yourself. It starts with the man or woman in the mirror. Gift yourself the ability to look in the mirror and not see an ounce of regret. Gift yourself the ability to look in the mirror or to walk down the street and have that pride of certainty, knowing that you're doing the right thing by yourself. Let's simplify the simple here. It all comes down to two things: a decision from pride or a decision from regret. A decision from the solution or a decision from the problem. A decision from the truth or a decision from a lie. A decision from the past or the decision from the present, taking you into a brighter future. What one is it you want? Because you can't have both. Because, listen, if a plane's leaving from one of my favourite places in the whole wide world, Southern California, San Diego, if a plane's leaving San Diego and it's coming to London and it's 1 degree out, I'm sorry, but it's not landing in fucking London, it's landing somewhere else. And I'm sure the internet or ChatGPT will actually tell you where the 1 degree out will last. And if anybody wants to type that in, feel free to put it in the comments, right? If you made it this far in. So that's it. So you must be 100% in harmony with it. It's like I was talking to somebody earlier and I said, you better be sticking to your diet and your way and your healthy eating. It's not a diet, it's normally really, right? It's just the person got fat. And so that became normal for them. And so they're saying, oh yeah, I'm adhering to most of it, but I'm allowing myself a little bit. And I was like, all right, buddy, I love you, but I'm not going to allow you to, I can't judge you because I used to be there. And so all you're doing is bringing part of your past into just now. It's like me turning up for a business call and saying, well, I don't think I'll turn up for that one. I don't think I'll quite tune into that one. I don't think it's just one. One won't matter. Well, guess what? One little bit over time is why you got fat. One little bit over time is how you got broke. One little lack of communication is how the relationship broke down. And so what is the one little bit that you're tolerating? You must expect and demand full adherence to the standard that you set. What is the standard we have in life, what we deserve, right? Because we've got our standards and we have what we tolerate. And so There, are you allowing tolerance to do it? But guess what? If you tolerate anything lower, you're going to allow yourself to be frustrated. Therefore, well, if you're still not communicating it, it's going to cause anxiety. It's going to cause frustration. And then they're going to lash out, a bit like the manager, lashing out because you're expecting them to do something that's not communicated. If you're not communicating it, then how do they know? They don't, okay? And so that is it. Learn to be effective. Learn, it's okay to be wrong. Learn, it's okay my past successes don't work just now. Learn, listen, if I'm a disgrace, then, well, every decision from pride. How are you treating yourself? I like to take it back to that. What are you eating? What are you ingesting? Psalms 1:3, it talks about where the roots are, right? And so where are your roots embedded, right? Are they by a fresh stream? Are they around great people that are always encouraging you and pulling you up, not making you feel great where you are and settling, but pulling you up, and that's not comfortable, all right? That's going to feel like an attack to people that aren't ready, and so you need to be triggered to trigger the healing within you, to then release it, to realise that you're wrong. So get around great people. If you're around 5 millionaires or billionaires, you're going to be the 6th. By proximity, it's all vibration. Nothing stands still, nothing's solid. It actually all vibrates under a... So you just need to come into harmony with the vibration and the frequency. What is the vibration and frequency? Perhaps it's the standards, it's how you conduct yourself, it's how you think, it's how you act, it's how you speak. It's all of it, it's how you groom yourself, it's all of it. How do you conduct yourself, right? What are you ingesting? What books are you ingesting? What are you studying? Not just studying to study for the fact of studying, but to study to seek to become more, to apply in life, to apply to practice, to relay it, to neutralise your 5 senses, to then come from your North Star. What is your North Star? You need to come 100% from that. Remember, 1% out is 100% out. So you better be all in, and that is the only way you're getting it, right? And so it's who you're about. It's what you're studying, it's what you're listening to, who you lending your ear to. It's all of it. It's your standards. It's everything. It's what you eat. It's, are you training yourself? Your body's a bit like a car alternator. If you lack energy, you need to give more energy to get to you have what you've conditioned yourself to in every single area. Anyway, I'm going to leave it right there. I want you to expect and demand success. I want you to declare war on your old self. Let go of your fragile ego. Let go of these fucking labels, because you are no label. Nobody gives a fuck about the label. They give a fuck about your heart. People remember how you made them feel. That's it. People remember how you made them feel. Be about more people. Be about people that not only demand of you, but expect you to live by their standards, or they're going to eliminate you. Be willing to be okay with that, right? And so remember, if you're about people when you come in a lowers, remember, if you take somebody that's a king and you put him in a fucking circus, he looks like a clown, not a king. And fragile egos are going to remove a strong personality, because they want to be right. They want to maintain a stature, and they want to be seen as that force that only they can see. Anyway, again, expect and demand success in your life. How do I expect and demand success? Expect and demand yourself the attributes of that individual that you admire, that you respect, that you're proud of. Be that person that you're proud of. Be the person where, if you were looking in on your life, then you would be proud of that person. You would be inspired by that person, and you would aspire to be more because of the light that they're shining for you. So be like Christ. Be the light, be the way for your people. And if you've got kids, then it's up to you to be the standard for them, because the life that you live is their expectancy of life. Are you being an example of greatness or not? And we can all improve. Like I said, there's always a bigger, better, brighter and bolder way. And it's not about doing the right thing all the time. It's about imperfectly taking that bold action, unapologetically, admitting when we're wrong, and pivoting as soon as we find out, and seeking the improved. Seeking the better, seeking to align, seeking to harmonise with what it is that we want, which is going to make us wrong, because what we're doing it's not working. We don't know. And asking for help is a sign of strength, it's a sign of courage, it's a sign of you've got this. Anyway, be great, love to yourselves and the families, make it a great day. Remember, there's a 100% chance of success today. Why? Because, well, we're in control of it. We're in control of where we take things. Remember, think, speak and act as the individual who your goal, your outcome, the objective demands you to be. It's not always going to be comfortable, but it's the right thing. All right? Be great.